a young woman vanishes from a notorious hotel. The last footage of her is disturbing, leaving more questions than answers. Days later, her body is found in one of the most chilling and unexplained circumstances in true crime history. This is the mysterious death of Elisa Lam. January 26, 2013. 21-year-old Elisa Lam, a Canadian student, arrives in Los Angeles as part of her solo trip along the West Coast. She checks into the Cecil Hotel, a place with a dark history of crime, suicides, and unsettling events. But for Elisa, it was just an affordable place to stay. At first, she was assigned a shared room, but soon her roommates complained of her odd behavior, leading the hotel to move her into a private room. On January 31st, Elisa was scheduled to check out, but she never did. She vanished without a trace. Her family, who had been in constant contact with her, grew worried when they couldn't reach her. They reported her missing. The police began their search, but there were no immediate leads. February 13, 2013. The LAPD releases surveillance footage from the hotel's elevator, hoping the public could help locate Elisa. What they saw was disturbing. In the video, Elisa enters the elevator and presses multiple buttons, but the doors don't close. She looks around nervously, as if someone is following her. She steps in and out of the elevator, making erratic hand gestures, almost as if communicating with someone unseen. Then she suddenly disappears from view. The elevator doors mysteriously close and open again several times before finally shutting completely. The video goes viral. Internet sleuths dissect every second, theorizing about what might have happened. Was she being followed? Was she experiencing a mental health crisis? Was something supernatural at play? As the search continued, hotel guests began complaining about low water pressure and an unusual taste coming from the taps. Some guests reported that the water had a strange color and an odd smell. February 19, 2013. A maintenance worker, Santiago Lopez, goes to check the rooftop water tanks. To his horror, he finds the lid of one of the tanks open. Inside, he makes a chilling discovery: Elisa Lam's body, floating lifeless in the murky water. Authorities are called to the scene immediately. The rooftop is a restricted area, accessible only through locked doors with alarms. Yet, Elisa was found in one of the water tanks, which are nearly impossible to climb into without assistance. The tank is sealed, with no clear way for Elisa to have entered on her own. It takes a team of responders to cut open the tank and retrieve her body. The autopsy finds no signs of physical trauma, sexual assault, or drugs in Elisa's system, just prescription medication for her bipolar disorder. The cause of death is ruled as accidental drowning. But how did she get into the water tank? The rooftop was locked, and the tanks were difficult to access. The hotel claimed that only employees had access to that area. Yet Elisa was found inside a tank that required opening a heavy metal lid. Police find her belongings nearby, including her clothes, which were floating in the tank beside her. This only adds to the mystery. Why were her clothes removed? Did she voluntarily get into the tank, or was someone else involved? Elisa's case became one of the most talked about internet mysteries. People across the world tried to piece together what had happened. The bizarre elevator footage, the restricted access to the rooftop, and the hotel's dark history only fueled speculation. The Cecil Hotel, built in 1924, had long been associated with crime and tragedy. Serial killers, suicides, and unexplained deaths plagued its history. Some questioned whether Elisa had fallen victim to foul play or if something more sinister was at work. Yet with all the investigations, no definitive answer was found. The more people looked into the case, the more questions seemed to arise. Years later, Elisa's case remains one of the most mysterious deaths in modern history. Documentaries, podcasts, and online discussions continue to analyze every detail, but no conclusive explanation has ever emerged. Her story inspired multiple films and TV series, including the Netflix documentary Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel. Elisa Lam's story is a tragic reminder of how some mysteries may never be fully solved. Her final days, forever captured in that eerie elevator footage, continue to haunt those who seek the truth. Thank you for watching. If you found this case intriguing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real-life crime stories. Stay safe, and see you next time.